What is up, guys? Hey, I want to talk to you for a couple minutes about who you want to work with, because it blows my mind in the world that we live in, where you have men and women that love to hunt, they love to fish, and I don't love hunting and fishing, even though I'm wearing camo today. But it's amazing when you start asking a hunter or a fisherman or woman what that experience is like. They exhaust their resources at identifying what they're looking for, where they are, what they're attracted to, and then ultimately how to catch them. Right? If we're talking about fishing, we know, as the fishermen, we know what type of fish we're going after. We know based on the weather, are they going to be on top of the water, at the bottom of the water? We know based on the time of day, are they going to be down deep, sleeping? Are they going to be near the surface hunting? So then now we know if I need to weigh down the lure, if I need a quick lure that zips through the water, if I need a lure that makes a lot of noise and rattles and looks like a fish that's hurt. Whew, like just saying all of that is exhausting. Yet when it comes to people, we don't even think we need to put out that amount of effort. When it comes to hunting animals, we go through an exhausting process. But when it comes to hunting people in our business, we don't. So I want to help you get there today. I want to help you self-identify who it is that you ultimately would like to work with. And the way we do that is through questions. And so I want to provide you a series of questions that you can leverage in truly identifying who it is that you want to work with. And it starts with that simple question: who do you want to work with? Income aside, if you could today pick the perfect person to work with, who would they be? Right? How old are they? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Do they do this for a living? Do they do that for a living? Right? Where are they in their life? Do they have a certain type of personality? Right? Think back through the coffees that you've had over the last 6 months and identify the ones that you enjoyed and the ones that you didn't. Why did you like certain ones? Why did you dislike others? Begin to piece together what that perfect client looks like for you. Where do they live? Do they live in a certain part of the city? Are they involved in the community? What seasons of life are they currently going through? And what's new around them? All of these questions will dictate the content that you will produce. Right? That's the whole point of these questions, is the answers to these questions provide you the answers you need to go and produce the right content to attract the right people. Right? Because think about this. Think about if I were going deer hunting, and so I get out there and I start filling the deer feeder with cheeseburgers. And you would look at me and go, dude, I'm not really an expert of hunting, but what are you doing? Why are you putting cheeseburgers in the deer feeder? And my response to you would be, well, I love cheeseburgers. So why would I not put cheeseburgers in the deer feeder? And here is why this sounds so silly, but this is what you and I do every day. If we're not careful, we will only produce content that we like. And if we do, we will never attract people that are outside of us. Why would I not put cheeseburgers in the deer feeder? Because deer aren't attracted to cheeseburgers. And you are spending your life trying to attract deer with food that they'll never ever consume. So these questions are vital. So let me give you a couple more. What do they do for fun? Do they enjoy reading? Are they active? Do they go to the movies? Are they spiritual? Do they like to travel? These are all important questions, because did you realize and understand that people are people? You're not in a transaction business. You are in a relationship business. If you do CrossFit, if you talk about CrossFit, you're going to naturally attract other people interested in CrossFit. Do those people buy and sell houses? Yes, they do. It's all about attracting the right type of people. And so let's finish with this question. What do they worry about? What do they worry about? This is such a powerful question that I believe most people are unwilling to answer because it requires us to be vulnerable and it requires us to speak to past pain. But think about it like this. If you make $100,000 a year, you are considered to be in the top 1% of money earners in the world. Google it, right? Top 1%, $100,000, you're in the top 1% of money earners in the world. So what does this say to me? What this says to me is that 99% of people are not where they want to be. They're struggling. And so here is the issue. When you as the realtor, when you as the loan officer, when most of your content is based around open houses of pretty houses, closing pictures where you're making money, right? Contract day where you've got the contract, right? A networking event where you're drinking a beer or sipping on some wine. Everything is the highlight reel. And based on the stat that I just gave you, 99% of people cannot be happy for you because they're not happy with themselves. And it's typically human nature for us to struggle to find joy in the lives of others when we haven't found joy in ourselves. But then let's look at the flip side. Let me ask you this question. How many of you have experienced pain? 100%, right? Everyone has experienced pain. But here's what's cool about pain. Whether you have lost a loved one, right, which would be way up here, pain level, or you've had a paper cut, which would be way down here, right? So we're talking about two massive ends of the spectrum. The person who's lost a loved one can affiliate with the pain of the person that has received a paper cut, and the person that has received the paper cut can come all the way up and feel sorry for the person who's lost a loved one. You see, pain travels in either direction. I can feel sorry for someone who's experiencing more pain than me and someone who's experiencing less pain than me. But success doesn't work that way. The guy that's made $1,000 will always struggle to be happy for the guy that's made $1 million. The woman that's got 1 million followers on Facebook will always be up here, and the one that has 1,000 followers on Facebook will always be down here. Success is hard to bridge the gap. Pain is easy. So here is why this lesson is so important. Where in your life are you speaking to moments of pain? Where in your life are you letting people in and allowing them to understand you at a depth that you've never allowed people to understand you before? Because when we align with each other from a place of pain, that is when true connection happens. And when connection through pain is established, the next thing that's established is trust, because you've had the same experience. And then a byproduct of trust is that they will buy what you sell. It's just a matter of time. So do you know what your perfect client worries about? Let's break it down just a little bit. Do they have debt? Most often the answer is yes. So maybe you could speak to that. Is their marriage struggling? Yes, probably. Maybe you could speak to that. Are they in sales? Because if they're in sales, they struggle just like you do. They struggle just like I do because we wake up every day knowing that we get to eat what we kill. And that's it, kill. I don't know why I enunciated like that, but we get to eat what we kill. So they know the struggle. So let's speak to that. Let's encourage in that. Let's allow that pain to be what brings us together. What do they struggle with? This is the key to unlocking the potentials you have yet to reach in your business. And I want to help you get there. So I hope this is helpful. If I can do anything for you, let me know. See ya.